Hi and welcome to Valheim again. It's been far too long since I've played this. Elden Ring came out, so that took up a lot of my time. Obviously played and finished Elden Ring, and sat here twiddling my thumbs about what game to have a look at next and what to play, and just thought, well, to be fair, Valheim is always good. So I probably had a good 2 or 3 hours in this yesterday. Started a new character. I've not bought anything across from either of these two lands, so this world is essentially brand new, completely unexplored. I'm hoping I'm not going to get too far into it by the time Mistlands come out. It would be nice to get to play this character with Mistlands, so I'm not going to overly explore. What I want to do is just get a decent base built. I'll start this video with a quick run around of what we got up to yesterday before I started to stream again. So let's have a quick look. As you can see, I've updated, at least got leather armour. So I've got leather armour up and running. Not really got much else. Not done a huge amount of exploring. Obviously got some chests and stuff ready for everything I need. We have a quick look at the seed. So literally I've done virtually nothing. I was dropped here. So dropped here, and I've made a roundhouse here, so it's ready, and eventually obviously when I get a portal, I'll portal across into there. That should be good. I've noted a couple of other things, and this is really as far as I've got. Not even taken on Eikthyr yet. So, if we head outside, I decided to start a base. I was happy with the roundhouse over at where I spawned. I was happy with that. That was good. But I came around the corner to this bay, and if I head up here, I'll take this opportunity to grab some honey if there is any. So I came to this bay, and look, it's just, it's fantastic. I came in over there along this pit of the coast, so followed this track around. I was down here, came up here, followed the coast round, and came into this bay. And as I walked through these trees over here, it was just, oh yeah, this is, this is what's going to be home. So, got a nice area that I'm going to build a dock in for a ship, obviously. I've flattened this bit of land ready to go. Obviously I need to get the pickaxe to get rid of these stones, but I'm not going to take on Eikthyr yet. I want to upgrade my workbench a bit first. And obviously to get that done, we need to be looking at 20 leather scraps, 15 flint. I think I've got the deer hide. But yeah, I would like to get up to level 3 workbench before I take on Eikthyr. Get some better arrows, maybe get a better bow. As you can see, I've got boars breeding already. These are quite easy to get breeding. They spawned relatively close by. Anybody who can't get pigs breeding, this is how you need to how you need to build your new breeders. Breeders were patched, not deliberately, I don't think, but how animals eat and what they require to breed was influenced quite a bit. You now need at least 4 2x2 blocks that are open plan, and they need enough room to at least be 1 pole high plus a roof. Now the reason this is set up like this, you can see a normal boar can't push its way through here. You can't push a normal sized boar out of this area, but the piglets will quite happily fall out under here. So essentially what you need to do is build something like that. You can see it's only on 1 pole and the ladders are holding up the rest. The reason I've got this backboard here is so that you can grab whatever you want to throw in here and it shouldn't fly out the back. And that's just Kinsod's law, isn't it? Let's pick that up again. If you aim correctly, things won't fly out the back. I'll try that again. Split the stack. There. So you can bounce off there. And if the pigs are hungry, they will quite happily eat that. That's good enough for them to eat. So I'm essentially waiting for this piggy to grow into a mature adult, at which point these two will start breeding quite happily, and they will breed infinitely because they are out of the 6 square range of these guys down here. And you can see it works because we've got 2 piggies down here and we've got a wild boar already. What was also patched was how close you can have them next to fire and stuff like that. So always make sure they're a little bit away from your house. If your house has got a chimney or has got a fire, my chimney's in this corner. And just for extra protection, I've built my stockade well away from them. So if any greylings decide to come poking about, they can't actually annoy the boars to that extent. So these guys should quite happily carry on doing what they're doing now. Always have an external workbench ready for whatever you need to do. And I think the quest was to go and get some more flint. Oh, I've got 27 flint. How many did I need? So I need 20 leather scraps, 5 deer hide. So I've got 6 there. Actually, let's pick them up and I can group them all together. Actually, let's put... Oh, we can do a raft. Don't need a raft, but we can do a raft. What I'll do is I'll stick a chest there. That will be my crafting chest. So I've got my deer hide, definitely got those, definitely. What I definitely need are those, so they can go in there. Yeah, so I just need some more leather scraps, and I need 20 of those. And that was why we were breeding pigs. Because obviously the fastest way to get scraps is to get these guys to breed and then kill them, and you'll get your leather scraps. So you can see the main pig will quite happily eat in this enclosure. So this is a fully working automated breeder. As long as you're in the area, they will breed infinitely from that setup. But we're going to have to go for a walkabout and see if we can find some boars to get the rest of these scraps that we need. So let's have a wander. This early in the game, I don't explore far, and I don't tend to chop down tree stumps because I'm inherently lazy. And for some strange reason, it takes just as long or longer to cut down a tree stump as it does the actual tree. I don't know whether the devs are going to try and do anything about that, but it doesn't seem right to me. But hey ho. Let's just stuff some honey as well, get some stamina up. And we're looking for boars, but we'll quite happily take deer if we can get them. Because this early in the game, this kind of these resources are highly valuable. You know, your meat, your mushrooms, all of that kind of stuff. Wood, really valuable this early in the game. Dandelions, of course, for when we get to Draug, and we can start to make sausages, which then become, you know, sausages become a real staple this early on. So if you can get sausages this early on, you know, or it doesn't do any harm to pick up dandelions and stuff as you're roaming about. You may as well. You're not going to do any, you know, no problem doing that. So just grab dandelions wherever you see them, essentially. So I think I marked this oak on my map. No, I didn't. I always mark oak trees. If you don't know how to mark, it's literally just a case of choose your icon from the side double click it and that will put the icon on. And then if you want to cross the icon off because you've been there, just click it again. And if you want to get rid of it, you can right click it and that will wipe it from your map. Come here, dare you attack me from behind while I'm discussing things. So as I was saying, yeah, hit the map, choose your icon, double click to add, type. If you want to get rid of it, right click it. If you left click it again, you'll put another one in. If you double click it, you'll put a cross on it. So it's just a quick way of doing things. And you know, some people go through life and they mark raspberries. If they find a big area of raspberries, they'll mark raspberries. If they find an area of mushrooms, they'll mark mushrooms. I don't know if mushrooms will always respawn in the same location, but raspberries certainly will. So, you know, early on in the game, if you're not sure, you want to be sure you've got somewhere to go back and get raspberries. Use your map, put a dot on there, mark it rasps or berries or whatever you want to mark it. And it just quickly helps you go back there and remember where you are. Very quickly get your resources gathered. Now there are a lot of people that also say, you know, reduce your grass level of detail and all this kind of stuff to help with foraging. To my mind, if you've got a system that can handle it, and the devs have made a game that looks as fantastic as Valheim does, why the hell would you want to drop resolution on it just to make the game a little bit easier? You know, learn to see things. Level of detail will allow you to see things from a distance anyway, like the grass hasn't spawned over there. So if there was a mushroom, you can see there's a flint over there by the look of it, and there's also a boar here, which will come in handy. So let's twat him in the face. So you could see from that distance there was something down here, and it is flint. So, you know, if you've got your eyes open, you're looking around, you're constantly scanning. You know, there's really no reason you should be dropping graphic settings to help, unless your rig can't handle it. But to be fair, Valheim isn't Crisis. You know, it's not a rig killer. There's no reason at all you shouldn't be able to play this quite happily at full settings with a fairly decent resolution. We'll grab some raspberries while we're here. Now, one thing I don't know how many people know, well, everybody should know it, but some people don't. When you've got your weapons out, like I have, when you've got your weapons on your back, or you've selected the two weapons that you want, pressing R, so the R key on your keyboard, will store your weapons on your back. And then all you've got to do to get your weapons out again is press R again. So whichever weapon you've got selected. So if I've got my bow, I can press R, put it on my back, press R, get it out again. If I've got my axe and shield, R puts it on my back, R will get it out again. So I would imagine most people know that by now, but if you don't, handy tip for you. Why am I picking up bones this early in the game? Bones are required to do the next upgrade to leather armour. So if I'm going to keep leather armour for a while, we're going to need to gather some bones from somewhere in order to upgrade that for us. So we just need to be aware of that. If a deer starts running like this one, keep tracking it. Eventually, it will do something stupid, and you should be able to get rid of it, like so. Looks like it's getting a bit dark. I was a bit later than I thought. So this is obviously where I spawned. And this is the first roundhouse I built. As you can see, I pulled some of it apart to help make the new house. But we have still got a fire. We've still got some stuff in here as well, which we can empty out. To be fair, don't need much of it. Resin is always handy. Gold and stuff there's no point carrying until you've got to the merchant. Just remember it's there, obviously. So we'll snooze here. Right, onwards. So you can see 13 days in, and you know, I've got breeding boars, I've got 2 decent houses. So once you've done a lot of this stuff, you know, you can get ahead quite quickly. But we still need to find some boars, so let's head off and find some. See what we can find. Now things like runestones. Runestones are normally somewhere where you can also find animals spawning. Where's that grayling? There you are. So if you look for a runestone, if you find a runestone, you'll very, very often find deer or boars close by. And a lot of times, you know, if you can find a runestone, you'll also find a, you know, maybe a 1 or 2 star animal as well. They're good areas for animal spawns, whether the devs made it that way, but very often, if you find a runestone, it will also be a spawn point for animals, at least the first time you discover it. So it's always worth, you know, being out and about, keeping your eyes open. If you find a runestone, head over to it, because chances are you'll probably find some animals that will give you some precious resources. There's my base looming out of the mists. Sun's coming up, obviously. So I don't know whether this boar up here will be adult yet. We've certainly got 2 adults in the pen. Still only got 1 adult up there, but we've got a couple of adults we can dispose of down here. I forgot you need a knife to be able to kill them, don't you? Dope. I don't think you can make the butcher's knife yet, can you? Wasn't there something in options that allows you to kill animals? From what I can remember. Or was that taken off now? Maybe that was taken off. That's annoying. I thought there was a way of killing animals even if you didn't have the butcher's knife. Maybe I've forgotten it. If you're in the comments and hear this part of the video, remind me. But I could have sworn there was a way of doing it without using the butcher's knife. Where's the other piggy gone? Has the piggy fallen out? Oh no, there it is. Cool. Right, so we definitely need... I've only got one bit of fur. Let's dump off some of this tat that we've gathered. Don't need bone, don't need flint. Don't need that. Don't need the meat. That can go in the crafting chest. We're good to go. Let's head off this way, see if we can find any boars. Deer somewhere. Oh, come back. Now, 1-star deer is good to find, so we need that. That'll give us lots of stuff. Good. Thought I heard you chasing me. Don't think there'll be anything of interest over here, but we'll have a quick look. Okay, so we've found some dark forest over there. Won't be able to get to it. Certainly don't intend to build a raft to go over there to get to it yet. Torches. I think torches still kill wild boars, don't I think you can set fire to them. I'll test it when I get back. Neck are okay. Yeah, I don't see much point in killing neck early in the game. Once you've got a bow, then deer and boar should be your primary focus. You know, there's neck are good later on when you need to use them for potions. Then, you know, go and hunt neck. But until that time, even right at the start of the game, there's no reason, you know, to be fair, right at the start of the game, you know, day one, as long as you've got a hammer and you've got enough wood, there's no reason at all you can't tame a boar. Build a picket fence, punch the boar, get him to run into the picket fence, and then build the fence behind it, and then sit it out. As long as you defend it, as long as you stay away from it and don't keep riling it up, there's no reason day one you shouldn't be able to have a tamed boar, you know, pretty much straight away. How did I miss that? I mean, obviously it's knowing how to do it. It's knowing the tricks of the trade, and the easy ways of capturing boars. The thing with boars is they chase you. You know, so you can kite them wherever you want them to go. So once you've annoyed a boar, have your plan afoot run into a, you know, a square of picket fencing. In fact, what we'll do it here, and I'll show you how to do it. So we'll set up a crafting table. Obviously you'll need one. And then the most basic way of doing it, picket fence, like so. Get your last picket fence ready. Where did the ball go? There was a ball here. I saw a ball. Where did it go? There it is. Annoy the ball. You. He will chase you. So here he comes. There you go. And that's it. That's all you need to do. That is enough to keep him there. And then obviously you'll need to feed him. And you'll have a captured boar. And once you've got one, keep him fully imprisoned and build an extra location on the back of the current one where you can put the next boar, so you can chase another one into the same place, but don't knock down any walls from the first one. So leave the first one fully captured, get the next one, do exactly the same, but have them so that all you've got to do when they're both fully tamed is just destroy one wall, and they're joined together. They can run together and breed. You know, it's really not difficult to start taming boars, and it's something you can do day one. Of course, what you can't do day one is get the butcher's knife to allow you to kill the boars, but we're going to figure out whether boars are scared of fire. So if you're struggling to get a boar to go where you want it to go, get a torch and it will run ahead of you. So that's an easy way to get them to go where you want them to go. But obviously, if your boars are agitated when they're in their pens, they won't breed, and they won't tame either. So it's important when you're trying to tame a boar that you have no fires nearby, and they can't see the outside world, because if they spy, you know, a greyling or whatever within their line of sight, they will become agitated and they won't breed. So, or they will stop taming at least, and breed. They won't breed either. So you need to make sure you've got that covered. Which is why the breeders come in. You know, it's why you create a breeder that's more than 6 high off the ground, and that should be enough to stop them getting agitated by anything underneath them, and then they can breed. And I think I just saw the piglet grow. So let's nip back in here. What I wanted to do no, that didn't work. Damn it. I could have sworn there was a way of killing boars. Right, so we've now got 2 boars in here, and these guys will happily breed. They're both happy, so they will breed. They've got enough food. They're good to go. All I need to do is remember how to kill them without the butcher's knife, which is going to be easier said than done. Right, let's dump that. Dump those. Dump the boar trophy. Put another wood pile there in case we need it. I'm going to have a quick look on the internet to learn how to kill boars without the knife. problem. Yeah, so looks like you definitely wasn't there. There was something about friendly fire, wasn't it? There we go. That was it. Oh, that was close. Didn't really want to. No, no, did not want to do that. No, bad. Bad, very bad. Okay, well, this is a disaster. Right, well, so now you'll learn how to build one of these platforms. And how to get your pigs up it. So, figure out roughly where the middle will be, and you can start your build. Ladders are good at stacking, so you can stack your ladders quite high without worry. So we can go up to there, then you want 4 off of these. The easiest way to do that is to grab these and put them both sides. If you can. Like so. From there, you can build your platforms. Now, building at this height is about the limit of what this can do. You can't get... you can't build much higher with plain wood until you start to get, you know, proper core wood. No, don't do that. That would be wrong. But once you've got core wood, yeah, this kind of stuff gets fairly easy. They join together. Should do. Right, so once you're up, put in your corner posts. Like so. Put in these posts. Need to go just about halfway. And they will, once you've got one in, the rest will snap into position quite easily. Like so. Put in your backboards. Like so. Put in your roof. If you have trouble snapping something, put on one bit first, snap to that, then you can work. And you'll find things will snap together a lot easier. There we go. That's, in essence, the thing. Once you've done that, you can take these away. And that's the basics of your platform. All you need then is your front. And you're done. Now you say, how do you get your pigs up? Well, that's when it becomes fun. Take away your ladders. Like so. Now to get your pigs up, we use roof tiles. You need to line a roof tile up on this edge. And then you need to be fairly quick putting roof tiles down here snap the last one on, and that becomes your ramp to get the pigs up. The trick then is to build rails so that the pigs can't escape from the side. Like so. And this is the same way you'd build a wolf breeding pen, by the way. If you wanted to breed wolves, this is how you would do it. Now what I would do is I've got a boar here, and what I'll do is I'll use him to go where I want to go. Now, we know boars are scared of fire. So, get in there, you idiot. But not friendly fire, apparently. Excellent. So here we go. He's now heading the way I want him to head. Push him across. Lock him in. And he's pretty much on his way. But if you charge behind him, you can then start to get him up. We'll leave that for the minute. Come on, Mr. Boar, this way. Put some raspberries in there. No. Get back up there. And it's basically a game of cat and mouse at this point. You have to conserve your stamina and get him up there. But you know what? It's getting cold. It's night time. If we don't sleep, we're going to get attacked by something that will be really annoying. So we'll sleep, and then we'll get that boar upstairs in a minute. Can't believe I knocked my boar breeding station down. That was a really stupid thing to do. Alright, so here we go, back again. Now you have to sprint to get them up. At the minute, he's just high enough to not allow me to. I don't think I put the platform in the right place at the top there. Put that there to stop me going down. I'm not going to be able to jump through there. Go on, pig, get up there. Right. Let my stamina recuperate. Nearly had him. This is because I didn't put the roof quite high enough at the top here. Ideally needed to be right on the lip. Nope, we cocked it up. Right, let's rebuild this. That's why you have a workstation outside. Right. You can, if you do this with the longer angle, it does make life easier. You don't have to sprint so much, but obviously then it makes it also the fact that you need to go a hell of a lot longer. You know, the end of this would end up over here somewhere, and that just becomes annoying. So it's best if you can... I always find it easier to use these ones. Right, Mr. Piggy. Get you back up there. Come on, mush. Come on. If you stand on top of them, you can normally push them around quite happily. Or punch them. Now I've not got another ball, have I? I have, I've got Piggy. Right, so we need to wait him for breed. Let's get this one in there. This has gone disastrously wrong today. Really has. Come on. Get over here. This way. Back. There we go. Nope. Oh. Need one there. Or he will definitely escape. This time. Ta-da! Finally, we got him up there. That's how it's done. I put those all on the one, didn't I? You didn't tell me. Right, so that's ready for when this pig grows up. And then we can get him up there, and then we can start breeding again. What a faff. Can't believe I did that. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Well, we've got 14. We need 20, don't we? Yeah, 20. So we'll let that piggy grow, and we'll go and see if we can find some more balls. Now, looking at the map of the island, obviously we've got dark forest here. I think if we go past the large house to the south, we'll start discovering new stuff. I suppose we could make a trip and find Eichthir. Definitely got enough trophies to summon Eichthir, but I don't really want to do that fight yet. What I would ideally like to do is find some more ruined houses, because I want another beehive. This early in the game, honey is, you know, should be your staple stamina. It's one of the best things you can use for stamina combined with cooked meats. And it lasts a while. So in essence, get yourself as many bees as you can possibly find. You know, they're so cheap to make. I think it's 10 wood for a beehive. Yeah, 10 wood. 1 honeybee. Or 1 queen bee. So, you know, find a derelict house. And get as many beehives as you can. Even late game. You know, sort out beehives late game. I think one of my other late game characters has got about 8 beehives. Each beehive can give you 4 honey when it's full. So, you know, from there you've got a huge resource. You know, 1 full beehive has given you, in essence, 40 minutes of really good stamina. Now, if you've ever got a place like this, and you don't want to swim it, as long as you've got a hoe, you can actually see how that's actually raising up the ground there. So you've actually, you know, I've made that so I can run across. That's just by using the hoe. A little building here. Let's go and have a look at that. Chances are it won't have a beehive in it, but sometimes these buildings have chests in them. That's always worth looking. I think we'll try and find Eichthir, who I believe is southwest of where I am now. There, see? There was your runestone. 3 boars spawned around it instantly. Now, one of these might be a 1-star, but it would be tough to get them back home. You'd basically have to kite it all the way back home from here. There you go. A 1-star boar. If I'm not careful, he's going to kill me. That would have been so good to be able to kite him home, but it did prove my point that a runestone will definitely, in most cases, spawn you animals. Ooh. And we do have a house as well. Easiest way to check for bees, obviously you can see, but you can also hear. Now if you don't want to fight bees, you don't want to use arrows to get the bees, build a workbench and wreck the house. When the wall that the bees are on will collapse, the beehive destroys itself. And there you go. You're not poisoned. You've not got stung. You've not wasted any arrows. And you've got yourself a load of wood. What more could you ask for? There's boars aplenty over here, look. This will be our workbench upgraded. And what we'll do, we'll also make a note on the old map here. Because starred animals will normally respawn in the same location over and over again. So once you've found one spawned in this area, chances are I think we've got enough for our upgrade, so we'll head home. Chances are that it will spawn there again. So always keep an eye out for those, and if you find a 1-star animal, mark it on your map, just so you're aware of where it is, and when the time comes that you're desperate for a 1-star boar, we now know we can go back and get one. I'm not going to go that way much further because I'm pretty sure that's dark. That's Black Forest heading over there, so we're not going to go there anymore. Look, another runestone, more boars. So that's pretty much every runestone we've found so far has spawned 3 boars. That's why there were so many in the area. So we've definitely got enough to upgrade our workbench. The bridge was down here somewhere. Another board just in case. Of course, the reason to use your hoe rather than swimming is just a huge stamina drain, and it's so easy to die. So if we do it from this side, look, we can almost raise the ground to our level. And now we can get across there quite happily, virtually without swimming, which is exactly what we wanted. Take a rest, little greyling. Take a rest. So that was a good little foray. We nearly got down. Oh, we missed Eichthir by miles. We need to go down this way to get Eichthir, but that's not a problem. We've got plenty of materials, which is what our primary mission was. We'll just go and get some more boar material while we're doing it. Always helpful. Should be back home in time for sunset. No, you're safe, dear. I'm not going to attack you. I need to get home before dark. Obviously, the important thing, if you are caught out after dark, is have a torch. Grey dwarves, greylings are afraid of a torch, so they won't attack you. So a wild boar and deer. So, you know, if you're out after dark, just make sure you've got a torch. The only thing that will annoy you after dark is if you're unlucky enough to run across a skeleton. And then you've just got to hope you can either outrun them or you know, carefully fight them. Excuse me. Do apologise. Had to sneeze. So, we should have everything we need... Oh, we need flint as well, don't we? To do our rack. So let's get rid of that for a minute. Put the rack there. And we have a level 3 workbench. Right, so level 3 workbench. Doesn't give us much more because we really need to go and sort out Ike's here so we can start working on getting a better bow and arrow and stuff like that. But we should be able to upgrade a few bits. We can upgrade our crude bow for a start. Flint axe we can upgrade if we needed to. We need more bones to do our leather if we want to do that. One there. Two there. I don't think I'm going to have enough bones to do anything. No, almost certainly not. We can get more power from our bow, which might come in handy. And we'll upgrade our shield as well. And we'll have a rest. Right, we'll go and see how our pigs are doing. So he's still a piggy. We need him to grow before we can do much else with him. And start breeding our pigs again. Right, I think what we'll do, let's dump off a load of this stuff, which we don't need. Oh, we can make another beehive. There we go, 2 lots of happy bees. And the sound of bees buzzing in the dawn or in the night to send me to sleep of an evening. Not bad. Make sure we've repaired everything. We've got plenty of arrows. Right, let's go and find Ike here. Remembering on the map he's down here south and then west. I think he might be this side of the river though. Or at least this side of that, of the big river that's further down here. Again, always keeping your eyes open for gathering. Really? Is he over there? He's over there. That's bad. So Eichthir is right the way the other side of this river. So, grab your hoe. And there you go. We can now head across here quite comfortably. And Eichthir is on here somewhere. Over here somewhere. So there he is. Hello, Hugin. Now, if I could get all the deer trophies here, it would actually be worth doing. I'd give it a try, to be fair. Need 3, don't we? There's wild boar everywhere. How did I miss that? That's better. Oh, damn, a 2-star. There you go. So a 2-star near a rune. Which isn't good because a 2-star is probably going to be able to kill me pretty quickly. So, find yourself runestones. Get decent stuff from them. The amount of boars around here. Unbelievable. Right, we're going to mark this as a 2-star boar location. because that would definitely be worth trying to guide that back to our base. And we want these deer. Really? Thank you. Where did the deer go? One. There's a stag somewhere. We need to be a bit careful now because we're close to the Black Forest. Got the stag. And we found some Black Forest, so, or Dark Forest, whatever you want to call it. We found another boar as well. And a grayling. And we've got 3 trophies, so we could summon Eikthyr. Am I ready to fight Eikthyr, we ask ourselves. I think I've got everything I probably need to fight Eikthyr. Too late now. Now he will appear wherever these red things are, so and he's fairly easy to kite around. Just let him do his big attacks. Ow. Ow. Bully. If you stay close to him, a bow is a superb weapon. He's obviously weak to pierce, so stay close. And you don't even have to do full draw when you're close like this. You hit me. Not long. Get our stamina back. There we go. So now we can head back and use him. Funnily enough, I did that with the wrong axe as well. Go away, boar. I keep forgetting to get rid of the stone axe. That's why I wasn't doing much damage to him. Wasn't doing much damage to him because I was using a stone axe and not the correct one, not the flint one. Oh well, nil desperandum. We'll get back to base, we'll put the Eikthyr trophy up, and that will be pretty much the end of this stream. So I hope you've enjoyed it. You can like and subscribe if you wish. I know I don't post content very often, but likes and subscribes are always valued. And here we are. And we have the power of Eikthyr. And at that point, oh, I never put a roof on my fire. Well, look at that, it's disastrous. Fancy never finishing my fire pit ever next. We'll finish it now. So if you've ever built a roundhouse like this, put your 4 posts in, you can then attach to those. if you have enough wood. Go and get some wood quickly. Really? Nothing is going into according to plan in this stream. I think even late game, I have a feeling that Eikthyr is probably the power I use the most. Put a cross member in. And now your fire should be fine. Just in time. Dry off. And go to sleep. So thank you very much for watching the stream. That's going to be the end of the stream. Thank you for watching if you have watched. If you've got any comments, feel free to comment. Like and subscribe if you wish. And I will catch you on the next stream.